He wasn't a king, not a warrior, not even remembered by name, but he built something that outlived the empire itself. One stone at a time, for 37 years, in silence. The world forgot him, but his art, it rose from the dust to inspire centuries. Rome, the beating heart of an empire, where statues rose, swords clashed, and gods were carved into stone. A place where power ruled, and only the loud were heard. But beneath the noise lived a boy. His name was Lucius, not born of noble blood, not a warrior, not a scholar, just the son of a potter in a forgotten corner of the city. While others fought for gold and glory, Lucius sat with scraps of broken tiles and dreams. He saw something different, in cracks, in color, in silence. While the world chased greatness, Lucius chased beauty. Why care about broken stones? They laughed. Lucius only whispered, because even broken things can tell whole stories. Rome saw no value in him, but Lucius saw value in everything. He studied the floors of temples, the chipped paint on walls, the forgotten patterns in shadows. To him, art was not a luxury. It was a voice, a truth, a prayer. And so, one morning, at just 16, he picked up his first stone and began. The first stone, always the smallest, always the quietest. Lucius laid it in the corner of a courtyard. No announcement, no approval, no audience, but the sky. He didn't begin with grand plans. He only knew one stone would become two. Two would become 10, and soon a mosaic, a story told in color, in patience, in pain. The neighbors laughed. You'll die before it's done. Even family begged him to stop. No one remembers the man who decorates the floor. But Lucius didn't want to be remembered. He wanted to mean something. So he worked, day after day. In rain, in heat, with cracked fingers and tired eyes. He learned the language of shape and space, of depth and distance, of emotion, carved in silence. Why don't you fight in the arena? Because I fight with patience, he'd say. And in that quiet, unnoticed fight, he began building a masterpiece no one could see but him. Years passed. Lucius worked while emperors changed. While Rome burned and rebuilt, his friends grew up, chose other paths. Some became soldiers, some became merchants. Lucius, he stayed in the courtyard, stone by stone, story by story. He crafted battles, myths, gods, dreams, all in tiles the size of a thumbnail. He didn't rush, didn't skip, didn't compromise. He knew fast fades, deep lasts. Even when his hands shook, his purpose stayed still. You waste your life, said a passing senator. Lucius smiled. No, I invest it, because he understood something the empire forgot. Greatness isn't built in noise. It's built in stillness, in struggle, in silence. And the fire that burned inside him wasn't for applause. It was for meaning. Decades passed. Lucius grew old, his hair turned white, his fingers curled, but his eyes still saw beauty. The mosaic was almost complete. It covered the entire courtyard now. A lifetime captured in color. Every tile told a memory, a moment, a prayer. He had no children, no fortune, no statue, but he had this. Why did you spend your life on this floor? Asked a young boy. Lucius knelt down and whispered, because this floor will outlive kings. As Rome descended into chaos, wars, betrayal, corruption, Lucius worked. His world shrank to one courtyard, but that courtyard was eternal. One winter morning, the wind was sharp, the sun pale. Lucius placed the final stone. His hands trembled, his breath shallow. He looked at the mosaic as life's work, not perfect, but honest. He lay beside it, closed his eyes, and slipped away alone. No statue was built, no crowds wept. His name faded, his villa fell to ruin, his art buried in dust. The world forgot Lucius. But fate remembers the faithful. Centuries later, archaeologists dug near a Roman ruin. They found stones, colors, shapes, then silence, then awe, a mosaic flawless, full, alive. Historians cried. Artists stood in silence. The world stared. Who made this? They asked. No name, no record, only the art remained, and that was enough. Lucius' voice, silent for centuries, now echoed through galleries, books, and hearts. He didn't become a hero, he became a message. Build with purpose, even if no one watches. You are Lucius. In a world chasing speed, fame, and followers, you hold the first stone. Maybe no one sees your art. Maybe your voice feels small. Maybe your dreams are laughed at, but keep going. Your mosaic will outlive the noise. Every word you write, every step you take, every honest moment you live is a tile. One day, someone will uncover your work and say, this mattered. Not because it was loud, but because it was real. So build in silence, in struggle, in hope. Start placing your stones. Your legacy begins today.